What's going on? Tectonic Edge here, playing some green-white Tron. We're going with a green-white Tron build today, partially a couple of reasons. One, with all these Urza Kitchen decks, I've only run across one, but it looks powerful, and I think I'm going to run against more. Got the die roll. I wanted Kentucky Wars Waged in that sideboard to see how that will do against it. Two, I kind of feel like the things that were forcing Green Tron, Field of Ruin, Ghost Quarter, aren't really as big in this meta right now, so the Color Tron decks may actually stand a better chance. This is going to be a mulligan here too. Double Mine Tower, that's a keep. There's Tron with a turn 3 Con Liberated. And we will get rid of that Chromatic Sphere. Chromatic Star, if they manage to destroy it, we at least get a draw effect. But yeah, so there's I'm not certain on it, but there's a chance the colored Tron, the GX variants, may be able to do a little bit more than the mono green right now. Gonna get rid of Chromatic Sphere, done, and I played this guy before. I don't remember what kind of deck he was running last time, but it's been a while. Either way, our start is going to be the same. It's possible it's another Tron deck because he did mulligan pretty hard. Okay, he mulliganed to 6. Maybe not. That's a little. If it was a mulligan to 5, a Tron is a decent assumption. But we shall see. I'd like to be against Tron right now because Con Liberated on the play is good, and Wooded Hills are not the colors I was hoping for, but oh well. It's only a single Wooded Hills. Alright. Karn Great Creator. Decent. We are running a kind of limited Karn Wish board here. I cut it to probably the most bare minimum view I could. Sylvan Scrying. Grabbing a Path. Or Power Plant. We do have Path on the sideboard. Yep, Stomping Ground, so a Ponza build. Or not. 3 colors. Cathartic. Oh, Dredge. Okay. I actually didn't leave that much in here for Dredge. Alright, here's Tron. Let's double check that sideboard. A lot of cards in our hand. Could buy time. They're going to go for the Ox next turn. Do we take it to 10? Do we have any way to stop the Ox? Not really. Take a card out of their hand. Gonna take some damage here, but they gotta choose what their target's gonna be. Alright, here comes the Bloodghast. Here comes the Ox. Here's a Creeping Chill. They do not trigger the prized amalgams, though. So let's see what their targets are. Straight at me. Risky play. I know. We're going to see what they decide to do with this. They're obviously going to dredge. They can try and conflagrate on the Karn, get it down another 4. They can go for the Ox. Alright, they're going to light or conflagrate for 6, it looks like. And then they're going to swing with the Bloodghast. Yep. But that's alright, because the backup plan here is they're just going to swing a little at... they're probably going to hit me for 6. The backup plan here is Concrete Creator into Ensnaring Bridge. We just needed to empty our hand. But I would not mind restarting the game at this point. Ooh, for 4. Two and 2, interesting split. Does give their guy haste. And here are all the prized amalgam triggers. May as well see what we get. Do we leave them that one card in hand? I think we do. We're going to be a little greedy here. Now, we are a little bit wary of them hitting more Creeping Chills. Yep, that would be the card. But it looks like they only hit one, but they could hit the other two in the deck. Yeah. If they hit both, we're just dead. If they hit one more, we're dead because they can Cathartic Reunion. Nope, we're dead. Let's see, we had 2 extra mana floating. Is there anything we could have done differently? I don't believe so this game. Definitely left myself weak to the Dredge matchup. We do have at least an answer main board. I put some relics in. I think we'll take a path to main board. Right? Yeah, we'll go down to Lamog. Everything else does not seem too terribly helpful, so we'll run it like this. And we're just going to be digging for those Relic of Progenituses. It has a relic. It's horrible otherwise, but it has a relic. We really need to draw a land or a color source. Because if they have artifact destruction, we're in trouble. But they mulled low, so that could be good. Come on, land. Chromatic. All right, Thrilling Discovery. Decent hits for us because they didn't trigger the prized amalgams. Well, that is a land, but we're going to go for the Ancient Stirrings, looking for... I guess we'll take a tower. I was hoping for a green source, honestly. Because they have the Oxes, can we afford... No, if we wait till they cast them, that's going to be bad. This could be rough. We may have kept a rougher hand. Had just a matter of, did we stall them enough for us to recover or before they do? Ooh, well, that's a pretty helpful find. Do I wait here or do I crack for green in Ancient Stirrings? I'm going to Ancient Stirrings. Crack for green. Alright, well, worst possible hit there. I was hoping for at least another Chromatic. It was either going to be a land or I was hoping for a Chromatic. Thought I had a decent chance of hitting one of the 8 or 7 left of Chromatics, but oh well. Oh, and they've restarted. There's a Cathartic Reunion, getting rid of some Stinkweed Imps. And they do get their triggers, yep. We needed Tron, probably this next turn. If we can get the Ugin out, we'd be in a good spot. So we need to draw a power plant. We're not dead yet next turn, so a green source or a relic. Which that is none of what we need. We are getting some bad draws here. Life from the loam. Yep. Come on, power plant. Nope. Alright, well, this could actually just be game for us here. We're within a few... if they have a really good turn, we're just dead. That actually helps a bit. Crack for green. Oh, that is very nice. Sylvan Scrying. Power plant. What is more threatening, the board state or the graveyard? 7 cards in hand, mostly lands. The graveyard is definitely the scarier aspect here. We're going to take 4 damage. Depending on what they have in hand, we could be in trouble, but they can just play a Bloodghast. We're dead. And they can just play a Bloodghast and we're dead. Unfortunate. I think they had more of a chance of killing us off a Dredge, though, considering they just had to hit a... well, maybe. Unfortunate that they had the Bloodghast in hand, and that we were pretty much 1 mana short from being able to have done something about that with a Karn. Yeah, I was also hoping we'd get a Wormcoil Engine off the top, but oh well. Go to game 2. If I had done something differently, I think I would have done better to have waited, gone for the ancient, not gone for the ancient stirrings, gone for the Sylvan Scrying. I was a little worried that they'd have artifact destruction. But yeah, not having a full Karn wish board there definitely cost game 1. And then I just did not recover off going for that. Okay, this hand is... it's not Tron. It's got some graveyard interaction, which isn't... it's intermediate. But we are on the draw, so that makes this... you know what? I'm feeling risky. I'm going to keep it. It's not turn 3 Tron, but it does a lot. Thoughtseize? Undying. Interesting. Give ourselves the best chance of just drawing into Tron. Do we do tower or do we go ahead and use the forest? Tower gives us the best chance of drawing into what we want. Okay, the plan, yep, we're still decently set up for turn 3 Tron here. Or not turn 3, turn 4 at this point, but we have Relic set up. I don't think it really does much. That's, oh well. I just put another card in the graveyard. We may be a little on the slow side, though. Grisk Hungertide, okay. Grab the power plant. I think entering the graveyard, or getting rid of the graveyard, is pretty helpful in this matchup. Grisk is a little annoying and does need to be dealt with. Alright, they're just going to swing in for 3, because why not? Yep. There's the Geralt's Messenger. Ugin would probably be the best card. But we didn't find it. So we'll just get rid of their combo piece. Gonna take a little more damage. They are gonna kill the Karn. Okay, something with Convoke. Chord of Calling for 4. They don't have the combo this turn. And they didn't actually attack me, so that works out in my favor. Grab the Ulamog. Get rid of the Yawgmoth. They can pay some life and draw some cards. So they can draw one more card. And I guess they can draw one bunch of... Nope. Alright, yep. I think we're in a pretty good spot at this point. They need to play a creature to kill the Karn with the Grisk. We have the Ulamog. Ooh, Haste Undying's pretty good. It's lucky we've had a pretty good hand. What else can they run out here? Alright, we're going to take a little bit of damage. Luckily, the Grist can't really do more than create a token. Next turn. And they're at one card in hand, so Ulamog getting rid of their undying creatures. And then we get double Planeswalkers next turn. I've got a big blocker. They can play some things. Plus, this is indestructible. Ooh, Eldritch Evolution. All right. For a 3-drop. Oh, 2+. So, nope, they can get Yawgmoth back. But then it can't kill me this turn. Goodbye, Yawgmoth. They're going to make Ulamog a little smaller. What do we want? Probably the elixir. And I do not believe I attack here, right? Because they'll swing 3. Yeah, no. I'd rather have the blocker up. They could kill both Planeswalkers if I did. Oh, hey, all my cards are forest. Nice. All right, yeah, we're in a good spot this game. Little on the grindy side, but I think we're starting to pull ahead. Expedition map. Well, what we would really seal this would be an Ugin, so we'll crack for green. Well, Karn's pretty nice. Do we go for one more? Yeah, I think we do. No sacrifice engines. Liquid metal coating. And here's the point where I feel comfortable going to combat. Get to see most of their deck. And we will target this thing. Activated abilities cannot be activated on it till end of turn. Or till my turn. Nice. Alright, game 2. Graveyard control helps. I don't really think we have much in our sideboard beyond just bringing in the one path over a Thragtusk. It's combo, so it's actually kind of tricky for us to get there unless we can control the board state. Relic is pretty useful because it does let us interact with their graveyard, so Undying can be... it's less effective. They can't combo off with Undying if we have a Relic. Yes. That's a yes. That is Tron plus Relic plus cards to hopefully find me more threats. But it's hard to ask for a better hand. Ooh, Ignoble Hierarch. Mana Ramp. Alright, All His Dust is going to be a nice turn 3 board sweeper. Ooh, Olive Roots. Alright, going to take some damage here. The plan will be to go Chromatic Sphere unless something changes. Nope, nothing changed. So we will go Chromatic Sphere and pass. Because we want to hold up the ability to crack the Relic as well. Alright, there's the Eldritch Evolution. They'll exile a card from their graveyard. The cost of not having used a fetch land. Granted, I would have just been using the Relic to get rid of them anyways. There's the Yawgmoth. No attacks. Which is good, because we're going to go Tower, All His Dust. And they're going to scoop to that. Nice. All right, game 2 down. Let's go to game 3. That was a pretty well set up hand for us to win there. Relic to deal with the Undying triggers, and then All His Dust to wipe that board once they committed a board state. I think that is literally one of the best openers we could have done. I guess we did have to draw into the All His Dust, but it worked out very well. They had no cards left in hand to recover from. I think they were thinking we'd play a Karn, or that we just... they probably were assuming we had it because we kept a full 7. Typically, if Tron keeps a full 7, it is very unlikely that they don't have it. Unless it's a Tron player like me who goes, you know what, I want to see what this does occasionally. We've all done it once or twice. Admit it. If you've played Tron, you've gone, you know, this probably doesn't win, but if I draw this one card, it's really good, so let's see what happens. Taking a good minute to find game 3. So, you guys has anyone seen the Dungeons and Dragons spoilers yet? They spoiled the. I'm sure I'm probably late mentioning this, and it's not even a video about it. But the dungeon cards are kind of interesting. It depends on what they print with them. So the way they put out 3 dungeons, and the way it works, if you do something that has that enter the dungeon or advance in the dungeon text, you can choose whatever dungeon you want to enter. So pretty much everything with that text has a 3 or 4 different effects that can do turn 1. Pretty versatile. Now, granted, the effects, especially at the start of the dungeons, aren't the strongest, but I think they need to be careful with it because they could very easily print something broken. All right, lost the die roll, game 3. Yeah. That's going to be a mulligan. 1 power plant. Still going to mulligan. Okay, now I'm getting low enough that, you know what? We're going to give it a shot. Would I rather have the green source or the blast zone? I've got a couple green sources. You know what? We're going to play risky. Probably should have mulliganed more. Conjurer's Bauble. Interesting. Okay, this is probably going to be an Urza's Kitchen deck, just thinking by that turn 1 play. Or some kind of Urza deck. Could be some kind of combo deck too, but we shall see. Unfortunately, that's a counterspell right there. And there's turn 3 Tron. Nice, we'll do Power Plant into Chromatic Sphere. No counterspell, so interesting. Blue-white, alright. Okay. Interesting choice. Yep, here's the counterspell. Kind of just had to play into it. Oof, that's rough. Jace. Alright. Here's the shield's down turn. So now this may just be a blue-white, but it's got Urza Saga. Urza Saga is just so good it goes in everything, I meant. Not what we wanted to see. Show me Karn. Oh. Not the threat. Do we take it and hope? Do we have any other choice? We can go for a chromatic and hope to get something down this turn. Oh, this is not good. We can do a 6-drop, so if we find the other Thrag Tusk, okay. Because they're going to look at the top 3 again. It's better to hope for something off the draw. Nope. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we're in a bad spot at this point. Ulamog off the top. If they start using the Jace for control, we're in a bit of trouble. Teferi Time Raveler. Alright, that's a big one, so... Still a chance here if we top deck something good. But they don't have to hold up a lot, so we really need an Ulamog because they're definitely holding up Counterspell here. And that's a little on the unfortunate side where we have mana flooded. The fact that we see this in a blue-white control deck is a little absurd. Oh, look, an expedition map, and the Conjurer's Bauble puts target card on the bottom of your graveyard. So they get the same Urza Saga back. In fact, that's probably just a one-of. Well, we have backup mana for days. Did they not activate the Planeswalkers last turn? Might be a misplay on their part. But they go for the Field of Ruin. Interesting. Sure. I'm not sure that was the most relevant play when I already have 6 out, and they're not trying to control my draws. Granted, my draws have been horrible on their own, but... And they are potentially holding up a decent number of counterspells. But an Ulamog really helps me out. Unfortunately, that is not an Ulamog. So we get to test their counterspells. Yep. I might have done better to have just waited until I had multiple threats. Oop, there's the expedition map, so they're just going to Field of Ruin again. Urza? Nope, big Teferi. Alright. Yeah, we're not in a good spot at this point. I'm pretty sure this game is lost here. But they're playing slow, so I'm gonna say they have it. I should have waited a few turns and tried to double up. Would have been 2 turns before I could have. That would have been rough. Yeah, I don't think I was getting there on that one. Let's go a little radical with this. They are playing a decent number of artifacts. Well, no, they're not really, are they? They have some artifacts, but they didn't show. Not Nature's Claim, Veil of Summer. Mostly they were a counterspell deck. No, I think we just want the Veil of Summers, and we'll take them. They have some graveyard presence over in All Is Dust, and no, I like Thragtusk. Karn. With them still running the Field of Ruins, that's tricky. But they feel more just modified blue-white control that happens to be running Urza's Saga with a bit of recursion. Almost an inboard sideboard because they're running one-ofs of artifacts and with the ability to recur them or fetch them with Urza's Saga. So calling it now, Urza's Saga is definitely going to be on the chopping block for a ban. It's going in way too many decks. Amulet Titan's got it right now. It's got its own builds around it. If it just enabled 1 or 2 new archetypes, or I like that it brought Affinity back, but it's just too good. It goes into too many different things. I could see an argument for throwing it into my Tron build right now. In fact, I might. Let's see if that $50 price tag's the rough part right now. But hey, if I get one in a mystery pack, or not mystery pack, or one of the things you get at the end, yeah, I'll toss it in here, see how it does. Alright, that's an easy mulligan. That is Tron plus threat, so that's going to be a keep. And with the knowledge that they are running Field of Ruin, we'll keep an extra Ancient Stirrings as opposed to an extra Chromatic Sphere. And we do get the Sylvan Scrying before they can theoretically have Counterspell up, but they could have some of the lower cost Counterspells still available, so we do need to be a little watchful of that. But benefit of being on the draw here is that, yeah, 1 land play. Crack for green. Tower. Sylvan Scrying. Power plant. See what they grab. Watery Grave. So they are an Esper build then. Interesting. Not one of the more common Esper control builds. Although I could be morphing and I just haven't kept up yet that much. It's definitely holding up Counterspell. Do we grab the Ugin or the Karn? I think we go for the Karn Great Creator here. Do we play into it or do we wait? Well, we have an extra threat in hand, so I think we're going to force him to waste that Counterspell. Yep. See if we can bluff him into thinking, because we had to dig for that we don't have another threat in hand. Of course, they're probably running Forces at this point, or the new one, which is pretty effective against Tron, since it's both Planeswalkers and creatures. The Evoke one. But the hope is that they go shields down here. Oof. Well, I know what they're grabbing with that. You know what? No, they would have just used it if I tried to go with that route. Which is going to be the more efficient route here. So they're going to try and disrupt Tron next turn. They're going to get Field of Ruin. Do I want them to use a Counterspell this turn? We do have another thing we can do, so I don't like it, but we're going to try and force the Counterspell to protect Tron. Interesting. They have a Vindicate. And here's the crack on the expedition map. For the land. Puts them back on land still, though, which is nice. And they're going to have to use full turn if they want to Vindicate. If they Vindicate a Tron land, that does slow us down a lot more if they Vindicate the Karn. Oh, wait, no. Did they grab Field of Ruin? They grabbed Field of Ruin, alright. Is that what they want to do this turn? Interesting choice. We do have our Thragtusk. Do we try and slow them down even more? I think we do. Take them off the only color we can take them off of. And we'll get a creature out. They could have a path here. We'll see if they want to ramp our mana and leave us with a 3/3 or not. I feel like we're decently ahead on resources. They only have one blue source right now, so Counterspell is not playable. They're pretty decently ways from their big planeswalkers. Colorless source, alright. Hey, Kataki! I'm glad I didn't bring them in then, if they're running them themselves. Well, let's Ancient Stirrings. Oh, Wormcoil Engine still a little far away. Do we attack? I know they just block. Does that hurt them more than it hurts us? No, I don't think it does. We'll just go ahead and attack and see what they want to do. I wonder if they're running that main board, or if that is sideboard. They decided to keep it around and take the 5. Interesting. I thought they were going to be a blocker because it affects their own token as well if they create one. Could have another. I could have a counterspell here. If they do, we'll see. Kataki feels very weird as an include in their build. Opt. Interesting. That does preclude a full counter spell. So what else could they have? Second opt. Are they digging for Path to Exile? No blue sources left, so they're not countering this one specifically. If they go Pithing Needle, we just crack the Blast Zone. Or not. Huh. They didn't name Blast Zone. They named Karn Great Creator. Do they have a Cryptic Command? We're going to force them to use the Cryptic Command if they have it. Because we are swing lethal here. They do have something. Using that puts them to 5, so they can't let either one through. So if it's a Snapcaster Mage, they don't have a path in the graveyard. They'd be Snapcaster Opt for a path. Nope, it is the Cryptic Command, so we are forcing that. Tap team, draw a card. Oop, nope, not yet. That's still begin combat. Take a Sanctum. Play Plains. I want to keep the Sanctum in my hand in case they get a Field of Ruin. This way we're pretty set. We have the All Is Dust. I don't think they'll play a big Planeswalker here because they die to 1 Thragtusk. They really need another Cryptic Command in order to keep this up, and we will go to game 3. Nice. Any changes? No. It's interesting. I think they pulled a Kataki's out. That really isn't much of a Tron card. Most of our artifacts, if we get Tron and we get an artifact we want to keep out. I guess early game if they get it turn 2, but then even still, yeah, turn 2 and we're going for a Sylvan Scrying as opposed to a Expedition map. No, I guess even Expedition map turn 2 would be rough. That would slow us down, but on the... So yeah, it's probably better if they're on the play than if they're on the draw. And it will be worth noting. Thragtusk is definitely better than Wormcoil in this matchup. Partially the artifacts, but also partially Thragtusk. If it gets Path, it still creates a creature. If they bounce it, it still creates a creature. Wormcoil is specifically a Oh, excuse me. Death trigger. So let's get a good, strong Tron hand. Like, let's get turn 3 Tron with a Veil of Summer and a threat. Crossing my fingers, knocking on wood. Well, almost there. If that had been a power plant and that had stayed a tower, but 2 towers. I think I've said this before, but we're not playing Lord of the Rings. We need to mulligan. And double power plant. You heard what I said? I needed 1 tower and 1 power plant, not a mix. Let's keep mulliganing. Into down to 4 cards. Does this have any hope? Nope. We'll go to 4 and hope we get there. And we'll keep, but I'm not happy about it. Is that how we have to do this? I hate giving up that, and I hate giving up that, but I don't... You know what? We're going to play this risky. This could really backfire on me. Counterspell turn 2 would be unfortunate as well. I would really like to draw a land, like a power plant, or not a power plant, a mine or a tower. Knock on wood, mine or a tower on the top. They're holding up Counterspell. Forest? Of course. They let it resolve. I guess we'll get the expedition map. See, they may counter that. No? Okay. So they're primarily focused on countering threats than stalling us, which is going to work in our favor a bit. Alright, come on. Top deck, Urza's Mine, Urza's Tower. Okay. Well, we already have a power plant as backup, so we're not the most worried about that. Never mind. That's gonna suck. Surgical extraction is... Well, Summer does not protect the graveyard, unfortunately. But that was fairly effective for him. Blast Zone pass. Do we crack here? Tempting. I guess we could theoretically draw something that matters. Second Veil of Summer. Yep. We really can't miss the land drops here, so let's see if they go to cast something. Second Urza's. That's actually going to be dangerous. Come on, land. We'll take it. Do they create a token in response? I think they do. You know, this is an enchantment. Maybe we bring in Nature's Claims to get rid of these. All right, well, we're getting there. Yep, but that's going to be a decent board state for our opponent. And we can't do anything against it with all his dust. So yeah, maybe the Nature's Claims are worth bringing in just to get rid of these, because they're going to win with that. Do I have any other choice? I don't think I do. 1, 2. So if we crack... We're going to get rid of those Conjurer's Baubles. They're going to put the Urza Sagas back in their deck. Okay, they didn't go all out, which is interesting. This is where having one more mana would be good. Assuming they have the Counterspell. Do we hold off for one more mana? If they have an artifact in hand, we're dead. If they have a Counterspell in hand, we're dead. All right, we're going to hold off, hoping to draw one more mana so we can have Veil of Summer up. And hope they don't have an artifact in hand. And we're dead. All right. I guess I could have not blown that, which would have given us the land. That might have been the way to go. Just trying to prevent damage, but all right, we'll go to game 4. We are 2 losses, 1 win. We'll see what we can do in these last 2 games. It's interesting to see that Urza's, literally that was just an Esper control deck running Urza Saga because I guess it's just that good. I didn't really, it may not even be Esper control. They had the black mana, but I did not see a single card cast that would rely on it. So who knows? That one felt weird. I don't know if that's an outlier or if that the Urza decks are forcing that. Got the die roll. Nice. Oh. No. And do a yes. Keep that. We'll put away that Razor Ridge ticket. Expedition map, and we will assemble Tron. Worst case here is a Grief deck, and they take both our threats this turn with Ephemerate. Ooh, Stomping Grounds. Alright, potentially a Ponza deck, but also a few other options. Gotta be wary of potentially Ponza. But if they don't do anything next turn, they didn't have the ramp, we're in a good spot. Should get more information this turn. Ooh, okay. So they're going to put out a bunch of creatures out into the board. Interesting. Not as many as I was expecting. That works out in our favor. I'm going to make a call here and say that this deck is going to have trouble against the Trinisphere. Now, granted, I could about to be having a bunch of trouble with Trinisphere as well because they are going to kill, and I probably should have just gone with the Wormcoil engine. But if they're running Burning Tree Emissary to try and dump out cards, that's still going to limit them to 1 card per turn. Yep, they're going to kill that. And this is where I find out how bad it bites me. Pillage would suck. Elemental. Grabbing. All right. Interesting. Not that it really matters, but we'll run out this and one of these. They're still limited to 1 card per turn. For a few more turns at the very least. Ooh, Collected Company. Alright. Would not mind finding an All's Dust. Crack for green. Ancient Stirrings. Oh, that's unfortunate. Blast Zone on 2, I think is what we want to do. They have another Rage Forger. So they're going to have some big guys next turn. Nothing I can do about that. But yeah, so this is Shaman Tribal. Interesting. They are still on 1 spell a turn. They're about to lose a good bit of their board state. They could have another Collected Company. Yep, we're going to take some damage from this. Block here. That's fine. We are perfectly fine with that lightning bolt. we'll take a Sanctum. And we'll swing with a lifelink guy. This will be the first turn they can potentially play 2 cards. If they have the mana. Alright, there's an E-Witness. Going for the Collected Company. Alright, makes sense. Come on, let's find a threat. There we go. Misplay on my part. Should have played the Ugins. Oh well. At this point, we just need a green source. And we'll split the difference like we did last time. Swing 3. They could double lightning bolt the Ugin. They're going to hold up on the Collected Company because if they don't, yeah. Well, we'll just go for the 3. Play the Expedition map. Crack the Expedition map. Thin the library a little bit more. And swing 3. They will probably do it here. In fact, I should have attacked first. So that was my bad. I don't know why they didn't crack it there, because they would have at least had the choice to block or not. I guess they could have been worried I had something else in my hand, like second Ugin. Alright, and they're going to get... So they really need to kill the Ugin this turn. I think they have a decent chance if they... Oh, there's their... Yep, there's the land. So they can double cast some things. No Elvish Visionary. 2 cards back. No, wait, that's the draw a card one. Never mind. How do they live this? Okay. Yeah, they didn't. That was the answer. Well, I don't know. I didn't have much else in my hand to really contest them there, but I guess I had better draws. I would have kept the Ugin around. I guess Lightning Bolt. One of the Board Wipe or Lightning Bolt. I'm not sure which. Do we have anything to bring in for this matchup? Yeah, just a path over a relic. Yeah, that'll work. Just go a path over a relic. That's going to be an easy mulligan. Does not do what we need it to do. Just needed a green source. Got to keep digging. Into a nope. Okay, do we go to 3? I don't think we go to 3, which makes this rough. Yeah, I think that's what we got to do. And they have some decent hate cards they can bring in at this point. If we had an extra land, that would be nice, but we don't. So our opponent has a good chance to aggro us out here. Or play a Void Mirror. Interesting. Void Mirror. Well, we actually have colors sources, so I'm not the most worried about that. And there's our color source. Slower Tron, but it does eventually get Tron. Ooh, that's pretty aggro. Come on, top deck Tron land. Well, that is not what I meant, but oh well. And then they play the card that says Void Mirror doesn't matter. If I had an Oblivion Stone, I'm running I think I would embarrass him pretty hard here, but I'm not. So a lot of ways to find land, though, and not much threats, which is a bit of an issue. No threats, so no green sources now either, which is a bit rough. So if we draw a Thragtusk next turn, it'll be tricky. They're pretty big on mana here too. Depending on what this payoff card is here. Yep, okay, that's gonna be painful. That's 18 damage. No, it's not. It's 12 damage. I guess we stick around to see what our top card is. But, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we're dead. If Tron was online, we'd still be dead. Alright. Blast Zone would have been effective earlier in the game, I think. Is Void Mirror worth bringing in Nature's Claim for? I don't think it is. Because if we have a green source, it's the same thing as having an answer for it, and we'd rather just play the threat. Definitely going to play first and mulligan that no land hand. If they have answers for us, we keep. I think Ugin's really good if we can get to it. And we can always top deck a Tron land. We're playing for that turn 4 Ugin, though. Alright, they don't have a turn 1 play. Nice. Tron land, power plant. Alright, we'll pass here. See what their plan is. Do they try and slow us down? Mages of the Moon would probably be the worst. Okay, so a discount card. Power plant. Expedition map. Do we pass here? Yeah, we pass here. We could have just done the Sylvan Scrying anyway. But I like holding that in reserve. Now, here's the question. Are they going to take the turn to set up defenses? Or are they going to go for their combo here? Yep, okay, they're just going to put out everything. It's just a matter of do they end it with Shaman of the Moon. I go ahead and crack to that because that collected company could go get something that shuts down artifacts. And it's just a matter of what they find in the top 6. If they find something that can get rid of Tron, Mages of the Moon. Rage Forger Elvis Visionary. Okay. We are in a really good spot then. We're going to take 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 5, 6. Oh, this will actually be a bunch of damage. 8 damage? No. Yep. 8 damage. Okay. I didn't know if it triggered per counter on her. So it's only 8 damage. All right. Biggest creature is a 3-drop. Yep, once we land this Ugin, we're going to be in a very good spot. Although they have refilled their hand too, so they're not the worst off either. If they go land, they could set up for a second collected company. Let's go Ancient Stirrings. Ooh, Karn. This forces them to use it now or lose it. Yep. Let's see what they get. If they have a lightning bolt, they do get rid of the Ugin, but I think the damage is already done from it. They could go for the Karn. I guess double lightning bolt would be in their best interest. All right, well, that's pretty much just broadcasting what they have if they hold up like that. We do the same song and dance again. Only this time, unless they have something that can deal 1 damage to Ugin upon entry, we lightning bolt and use Karn to get rid of it. And Ugin's at 3 this time. So a little bit better state, a little more easily capable to answer, and it kind of forces a lightning bolt if they have it. Nope, they don't have it. We managed to control them down. Didn't even need the Concrete Creator in the hand. All right, last game. We are 2 wins, 2 losses. Let's see how we can do. Let's knock on wood for good luck. Make sure that Void Mirror is unbroken. But yeah, I think Void Mirror is more of an issue for Eldrazi Tron than regular Tron. And it kind of became redundant as soon as he played his other card there. I mean, he literally gave me all the red sources I would need. Now, granted, he did get that game. And it did have the effect of stalling me. It didn't play a second expedition map where I might have, but there are worse counter spells that they could have played there. I bet Dampening Sphere would have actually been an issue. Void Mirror was a hindrance. Granted, I think Dampening Sphere would be an issue for his deck as well, which is probably why it's not there. Ooh, all right, last match. Here we go. Got the die roll. Good start. Tower, mine. There's Tron. That's going to be a keep. Decent threats. Very nice start. So, yep, usual start. Mine Chromatic. Our opponent has mulligan to 6 cards. Mine Chromatic Star. And our first look at what our opponent could potentially be running. Get their colors at least, or at least one of their colors. Blue-black. I'm thinking an Urza deck. Could also be an Esper control deck, but I am thinking it's going to be an Urza build. I have not run up against one yet. Crack for green. Tower and Sylvan Scrying. Hope they don't have the early counterspell. They do not. We get Power Plant. And Tron is assembled for a Karn liberated next turn. Opt. Yep, so this is filling Esper control. Yep, there's the counterspell. Power Plant. What do we play into it? We're going to go for the Thragtusk, actually. It still forces the counterspell, and I think Karn will be a little more effective if it does land. If they this is going to be like the other control deck we played. Are they running Field of Ruin? If they are, hopefully they go for the Power Plant. They Tower is also, I think Tower is the more likely target, which would be unfortunate, but we're back up of any other Tron land. Okay, nope, just a Flooded Strand. Do they hold up more counter magic? Vindicate on the Power Plant, very nice. I was hoping they were going to go for that because the Power Plant was the last one we fetched up. So they would have less... we were more likely to have a backup of anything else. All right, go to game 2. Sorry, just sitting on a quick message. All right. Veil of Summer. Actually, no, we'll just go down the relics, right? I kind of like the All is Dust. All right, there is one land. I like the Veil of Summer, but we can't keep a one-lander. Oop, same issue. One land is not likely to get us there. Better than a no-lander, though. Alright, we'll give it a shot. We're definitely keeping the cards that draw us cards in a Tron land. Opponent goes first. Ooh, Veil Summer. Alright, we'll start off with a Razor Verge Thicket and get the Ancient Stirrings out while we have the opportunity. Unfortunate hits there. We'll grab a second Razor Verge Thicket. Second Razor Verge Thicket. And a Chromatic. Tower. Crack for green. Power plant. Nope. Backup tower. Yeah, I hate using that early, but there's the Vindicate. No reason to reveal. We have the tower in hand. As long as we can dodge second Vindicate, we're in a good spot. We already have the green sources, so no reason not to crack it. Veil of Summer would be really nice to find. Nope. So I'd really like a Veil of Summer off the top. Yep, they're going to draw some cards. What would be really nice is if they go shields down this turn, which they're not going to. See if they counter this. Yeah, they're still holding up enough mana for counter spells. I could have tried to force the Karn there, but I'd rather get something off the Sanctum. Another Vindicate would be pretty... yep, that's going to be pretty bad for the program here. Yep. Alright. Come on, Thragtusk. Sylvan's Crying. Really wouldn't have minded having cast something there, but oh well. Veil of Summer. Not Veil of Summer, but interesting. 6. I guess Big Karn is the better play here. Because if they manage to take away Tron... Another Snapcaster Mage, Counterspell. Yep, you Vindicate. Vindicate is white-black, so we could... well, no, we got to get rid of that. Do they hit a Vindicate off the top? They likely are going to have the Counterspell. We're not beating them in the mana game anytime soon. But those are big enough threats we do have to answer. Ooh, alright, so maybe a path. I think we're in a good spot here right now. They really need to find a way to answer the big threat on board. Let's see what we draw. Ooh, another Jace. Do they bounce it? Nope. They played a land this turn. I don't think they have, so they could be trying for a Vindicate. We attack them, of course, because we want to get rid of some of their deck. Get some information. We see some Aether Gust, some Force of Negations, Cryptic, some more Vindicates gone. Some more Jaces. Do they block? I think they do. They don't block. Interesting. Go for the Expedition map. Go for the Ancient Stirrings. Grab an Ulamog for next turn. Could I get there? Hold on. Nope, I can only get to 9 this turn. Here's the counter. Hard casting a force. Alright, well, with two Ulamogs, I think we're in a really good spot. They're going to get to draw top 3 cards. They need a path to get rid of, which, did I see any path to exiles? I did not. So if they're running them, they either pulled them out or they only have a few in there. They need to get rid of the Ulamog before the trigger hits. If not, or if they do, the second Ulamog is going to be an issue. Vindicate doesn't really help them when I have an Expedition map up, unless they have a counter trigger as well. Snapcaster Mage, targeting Opt. Alright, they're digging for solutions. The fact that they're digging means they do have a solution, though. Ooh, Teferi. Interesting. Do they have any other benefit they can get this turn? Nope, just a little bit of damage. Yep. Take the Jace. Take a Snapcaster here. They probably have a Counterspell, but we're pretty set up against that with the second one. Yep. And Teferi's added ability is not going to be as helpful as that Jace's added ability. I guess Vindicate here would be enough to slow us down, but we have Karn in hand. Oop. No, that could actually be pretty painful if they have a Vindicate here. Which they do. Alright, that's pretty good. Oh, they managed to opt for the Counterspell. That's painful. How many mines are we down? 2. We've got 2 left. But they are on top decks. Dealing 2 each turn, though, so it puts us on a clock. Scrying 2 is pretty powerful, though. Pretty much is find the best card for whatever. Come on, Urza's Mine or search card? Nope. Power plant. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Do they have another Vindicate left they're digging for? Do they use Teferi to draw a card here? Oh no. Okay, they didn't do it. Come on, Urza's Mine or search card. Nope, I'm a mana short. Ooh, they found what they want to do. Swing 2, yep. Return and Vindicate. Alright, any land. Come on, any land. Yep, that is not any land, and this is getting painful. I really wish there was a way to stop that warning, because it's a pretty annoying warning when you're worried about time. They're running out of cards in their deck, though, which is nice. We're going to be in Game 3 here soon. Oh, was that a Vindicate? Okay, no. Well, there's all the Vindicates. Do I actually have anything in here that can save me? No, I do not. Could I have played it differently? Maybe, but I'm not sure. I guess the one thing was losing the expedition map. I could have cracked it and had an extra tower out in the battlefield, which may actually have been relevant. I was holding it up in case they had a Vindicate. I didn't think they'd have a way to directly destroy the expedition map, which is what cost me. But I will note that it's still catch 22, because I'd rather get the Tron land I need than just extra Tron land. Maybe that's an... do we want the relics to deal with that? It is an extra draw card. They haven't been committing much to the board state, so you know what? We'll at least bring in one relic. You know, I didn't think about it, but did we pull the path out? Yeah, we pulled the path out. It would have helped. It might have helped us there. All right, got the die roll. Nice. Come on, let's see a good hand. And one tower. If we had Tron, that would be decent, but we don't. So we got a mulligan. 3 towers. No. If one of those was any other Tron land, it'd be good. But 3 towers is not going to get us there. And, ooh, we are in trouble. That's going to be our keep here. Put 3 cards on the bottom. Ulamog's going to be a little far off. I think we're going to have a rough time this game. All right, they're planning to opt, likely. What it really comes down to is, can we find something that we can play this turn? Or protection from Vindicate. I would not mind protection from Vindicate. So Veil of Summer would come quite in handy here. Nope. Crack for green. I should have played both. Act like I'm holding up something. No Vindicate. Nice. This will be where they put the counterspell out. Ooh, Archmage's Charm. Alright, so one of the bigger ones. That likely means no, they may be wanting to do something that... so they're holding up mana. Oh, that could be it. They were missing a color for the Vindicate. We are on 7, so... What do we draw? A land. Do we gamble like we don't have it, or do we try and force it? So, what are the pros and cons of each? I'm gonna bluff. I'm gonna pretend like we don't have anything to do here. They're probably gonna draw some cards. Yep. We're hoping they don't hit a Vindicate, but we are hoping that they play a Planeswalker here with the bait. We've baited an empty hand. They need to debate whether to... nope, they're just going to Vindicate. Okay. And hold up counter magic. Yep. Power plant. Alright, well, we recovered from that one. Do they have another? They do. Power plant or search card? Search card? Oof, alright. Well, at least we got rid of the counterspell that time. Double Vindicate, that was going to be a hard thing. Yeah. With no Veil of Summer, too. We really needed a Veil. Alright, we need a Sylvan Scrying. Yeah, no, their shield's up. We need a Power Plant or a Sylvan Scrying. Potentially what we need. Do they let it resolve, or do they wait? Blaststone's not going to do what we need it to, so we go for the Expedition map. At any point we get a Veil of Summer, I think we're in good shape. But them having Teferi can be tricky. If we don't get a Veil of Summer, we go for the Allah's Dust. And they chose to refill their hand, which is rough. They have a lot of ways to get Vindicate right now, which is not good for me. Come on, Veil of Summer. Yep, there's the Counterspell. Without Veil of Summer, I think our hopes are looking pretty slim here. And there's a Vindicate. Alright, hopefully we top deck a land. Although they're holding up Magic again, which No, we're pretty much have lost this. Oh, we're getting Vindicated next turn. Yay. Do they go full shields down? If they don't have it, we're in a good spot. But if they have it, yep, we're just... I'm going to go ahead and concede here. Do we have... What chances do we have? They don't have us dead, but as soon as they ultimate that Teferi, we're screwed. Yeah, no. Not the best starts either. These two games are costing us. And our opponent's having pretty good hands here. We almost got there game 2. Vindicate did run it out. I still think Field of Ruin's better. Yep, there's the Vindicate. No, I don't really think we have a way to win from this point. I'm not going to give up, but not looking good at here. They go for the emblem. Do they have the draw effect? If they have the draw effect, I'll scoop. I mean, it's pretty much a GG here anyway, but... Power plant? They literally can destroy Tron every turn. Alright, that's going to be GG. Well, thank you for watching. This is Tectonic Edge, signing out.